Nathan Cox, thanks for joining us around the home. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to empty, clear out the container, and do the filters on the Dyson V11 and V10 models. Okay, these are for the most part they're basically the same machine, so it works the same way. I do have an older video, but I'll have a few more tips in this one, and there'll be chapters in it, so you can see it on the timeline. So if you want to jump ahead to one part or the other, or go back and review, it's all right there for you. First things first, let's get the tube off. Now, for some reason, I have some people, my viewers, that say in the comments they have troubles getting this off. So you just got to push the tab in all the way, and then you got to wiggle it a little bit. Maybe that's the problem, especially if dust starts building up in there. So, I mean, let's kind of do that again. So when you take it on and off, just give it a little wiggle. Don't have it forcing one way, so don't have it like leaning against the couch where it's binding. So just wiggle it, and it should come right off. This should be easy enough. You know, my 16-year-old daughter can get it on and off, no problem. She vacuums all the time. And she's definitely not like a bodybuilder. She's not like, you know, having to rip it off. It just, you know, you just gotta do it right. All right, as you can see, my dog's been shedding. It is time to empty the container. So let's take it to the trash can and get it empty. All right, now to open this thing here, there's a little tab right here, okay? So you're just gonna push it forward, and, you know, obviously over the trash can, and this whole thing slides forward, so it's kind of cool. It's gonna open the door and slide forward at the same time. So just grab the little red thing and just push it down. Okay? Give it a little shake. This is nice because you can do it way down in there and it helps keep the dust in the trash can. Alright, now sometimes hair gets stuck up on here. So I'll show you what to do if you have if the hair wall, you know, the hair wads got stuck up in here and they're still stuck. Okay, so you see right here on the underneath here, obviously there's your little tab. There's another tab right here, which I completely missed earlier on. Okay, so if you push it down, just kind of squeeze it against the clear plastic and slide it forward, the whole canister will come right off. And I guess if you really want to, you could rinse this off and make sure it's dry before you put it back together, but not really necessary. Let's focus on the filter, because even though these vacuums are bagless, they're not filterless, and you have to clean the filter, okay? And both filters, there's an intake and an exhaust filter, okay? Your better vacs have two filter systems. This purple thing right here, whatever color it is on yours, you're just going to take it and lefty-loosey, and it's just like not even a quarter turn, and then pulls forward. You can see it's actually pretty dusty. If you did want to blow out with air compressor, this would be the time to do it, is because you could blow blow from back here all around this ring right here, and blow the dust out this way. It helps clean this. There's like a turbine in here, cylinders, and it helps blow it all out. Okay, so let's talk about cleaning this, okay? So right here, this will be our intake filter, and this would be our exhaust filter. Like in other models, like I have a Samsung, and they're two completely different pieces. This one here is kind of all in one cartridge, and you just gotta really just rinse it off with some water. So if you were to take it in the sink here and just run it underneath the faucet and get all that dust off and rinse it real good, or you can fill up the sink and submerge it and really get it flushed out real good then too. I actually like using a little bit of soap, although a lot of manufacturers say don't use soap. But I'll explain why and what I use. First of all, I use Dawn, okay? And I'm saying Dawn, I mean actually Dawn. I've told other people this, and they're like, oh, here, I got it. And they pull out some other brand or even a generic. No, I'm very specific. Dawn or Dawn Ultra, not the Dawn with the hand lotion. That's not good because it'll clog the filter. The generics, I've seen that they've actually, I used it once in a soap dispenser, generic of the Dawn, looked just like it, got it from Sam's Club, and it kept gumming up the tips and stuff like that, leaving kind of a waxy residue. So if you were to do that, you would fill the sink up, just put in a couple drops of Dawn, like 3 drops, and then just, you know, clean this out real good, and then fill up the sink again and just clean water and really rinse it out, because you gotta get all the soap out. So if you use a soap that has a waxy buildup, if you use a soap that has a lotion built into it, or if you don't rinse the soap out all the way, you're actually kind of preemptively clogging the filter. So that's why a lot of companies say just don't even use the soap to begin with. You also don't want to use anything that corrosive or abrasive soaps as well. So usually, of course, I need to wash this myself, but for video's sake, let's put this back together. Let's pretend I wash it. Oh, and you got to let it dry for like 24 hours. So shake it out real good and let it dry, okay? Seriously, make sure it's dry all the way before you put it back together. Putting it back on is just as easy as taking it off. You're going to slide it on, okay? And then just slowly rotate to the right. It'll drop down and then lock in place, and you're done. Okay, back to getting this back on. So this little chute, I don't know if you call it a chute or whatever, is where it slides on. So we're just gonna kind of line it up right over here, and it should go in together pretty good. And right here, you're gonna have to kind of snap it in, click, boom, you're good to go. Now you can either use this and kind of pull it back, and it sticks a little bit when you take it all the way off. Normally you can just forward back like this, okay? So you kind of wiggle it and kind of, when you take it all the way off, and then close the end, and we're done. Okay, well while we're at it, we might as well finish by showing you how to clean out the power head, okay? Because this can get hair wrapped around it, or maybe something stuck in here. So let me show you how to take this apart and clean this as well. All right, on the Dysons, this big notch right here, and don't use a screwdriver. It's really not designed for a screwdriver, believe it or not, even though it looks like you could fit one in there, because you'll just end up kind of like tearing it up, stripping it out. The tool of choice is a quarter, okay? Drop it in there. It's even grooved downward to fit a large coin. A quarter, maybe even a 50-cent piece would work fine, okay? We're gonna turn it counterclockwise, again, lefty-loosey. That's only about 1/8 of a turn there. So if we keep going up, there we go. About a quarter of a turn, and it kind of lifts up. And now, there we go. I'm gonna put the quarter down so I can show you. Here we go. And it just comes out, okay? Now from here, you can, of course, cut the hair loose, get it in the trash can, clean out anything here. If there's something stuck up here where if there's something stuck there where the vacuum port is, like maybe your kid sucked up some big piece of plastic or something, it's easy to get it out now, and just make sure everything's there clean and working right. All right, so to put it back together is pretty easy. You're just gonna slide it back in there. Since the cylinder comes out so far, it's really easy to line up. It just goes right in. Okay, so now, okay, let me get in the camera view so you guys can see it. So we got the flat side right here, okay, which is gonna end up on the bottom. But we're gonna aim it right here where it shows the lock and unlock. So we're gonna push it down where the flat part is facing that. And then kind of turn it, there we go. So you start turning it clockwise a little bit. Now it's kind of a diagonal, the flat part there. And now we can take our quarter and finish up the turning, kind of pushing in a little bit as we go. Now the flat is all in line here on the bottom. And then this is completely horizontal. And we're good to go. It's done and ready to go back to work. All right, so I hope that was a very helpful video for you guys. Hopefully I showed you guys some good tips and tricks on how to properly clean and maintain your Dyson V10 and V11 stick vacs. They're a great vacuum, but you gotta take care of them so they can be great for you for a long time going. Please take this moment, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell for notifications, check out our website with hundreds of more videos organized really well, and there's another video for you to enjoy. You guys have a great day.